Hello, welcome back to the Revisionist Almanac. This is Amanda. I'm here with Heather today. We have given Andrew the day off so that we can do what I'm calling at the moment data and vibes for the upcoming Oscars this Sunday. So I'm bringing the data. Heather's bringing some of the data and most of the vibes.
Always the vibes.
Yeah, I've got some vibes because sometimes what I've learned is that you can't just use data to predict whatever you want. It will never end up how you think it will. So this is more of a vibes with some numbers. So what we've got planned for today. Yeah. What we got planned today, we're going to go through all of the categories in the order that relatively they appear in the show. So we're going to be doing our own Oscars special here today, and we're going to see if we can crank it out in half the amount of time that the Oscars do it. We're going to go through, name all the nominees, and then list some of our data and vibes, say what we think will probably win based on the data and vibes, and then what we want to win.
Maybe we'll name every single nominee by that point and we can say, hey, we got it right.
That is true. Yeah. If we just name all five.
Name all five at some
point.
We
will always win.
Yes.
Yep. So some backgrounds, some background on my data. The only thing I have is that unless otherwise specified, these are all the past 20 years of the Oscars is what I was looking at. 10 years, I'd say it was probably more accurate because of the change in the voting body. But then the 10 years prior just gives me more points to go off of. So I'm going to keep it there. Sometimes I'll have things that are done in 10 years, but most of the time it's 20. So we are going to start off today with supporting actor, as we normally would with a supporting acting category at the Oscars. And Heather, we're going to let you lead this one.
Okay, this feels like an easy one.
Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows? Okay, we have Benicio del Toro, we have Jacob Elordi, we have Delroy Lindo, Sean Penn, and Stellan Skarsgård. Amanda, what does your data say?
My official data says that this is too close to call.
What?
For a couple of things, I'll let you know. In my heart, yeah, this is going to Sean Penn. What I noticed that normally these like early wins with like the critic associations, normally those translate to like a bigger sweep. Normally we see a sweep in this category. We haven't seen the sweep. So we have like Benicio's early wins, and then it just all kind of fell apart. So given that Sean Penn has gotten these last two like big ones, that's what I'm going with. Also because 5 of the last 10 winners in this category have come from the Best Picture winner. So if we're thinking that one battle is winning Best Picture, it's going to go to Benicio or Sean Penn. And in this case, I would go with Sean Penn.
My thought is also that Benicio push in the critics was potentially just to get him nominated, is what I'm maybe thinking, that they were trying to elevate him to get both of them in, because when people were coming out of that, even critics, they were saying Sean Penn is the standout. And a lot of them were surprised that Benicio was winning all these prizes. And part of me thinks that it was to do with, you know, similar with, we'll come to it with Amy Madigan, but that's gone even further, I think, was just to, you know, get him in the conversation and get him that nomination. And of course, he's the one with all the memes. So, but yeah, that my vibes are telling me Sean Penn. It's the SAG and BAFTA combination. It seems kind of unbeatable, and I don't really know why it's so close, but because he is, as you said, Best Picture, and I don't see it a case of like vote splitting, because I don't really know if that's even a thing. So yeah, I'm sad because I would have liked to have seen Skarsgård was my personal preference, but it is what it is.
And he had a couple of good wins, but
he won the Globe,
just random. Yeah. But
okay. All right, so the data is saying Sean Penn, and my vibes are saying Sean Penn, and my heart is saying Stellan. I think you were Sean Penn as well in your heart, right?
Yes, I started the season on Sean Penn, so I'm glad that this like late push happened. I'm very excited.
You're problematic men. Okay, moving on. Okay, what do we got next? Oh, next is a really tough one. Next is animated feature.
Yes, so we have in this category Arco, Elio, K-pop Demon Hunters, Little Amelie or the Character of Rain, and Zootopia 2. This one I have listed as all vibes. So what have you got for this one?
Well, I think it might be K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah, because it wasn't eligible at BAFTA, which is the only, I mean, it's the industry we've got. We've got the Annie Awards, it won. Even at BAFTA, where it wasn't nominated because it wasn't eligible, they even got the girls to perform. So, I mean, like...
Yeah. And they're performing on Sunday, so
yes, yeah. So when we come to song, that's also like we know what's winning there because there's literally only 2 songs being performed. So yeah, I think this is an easy one. If this is not K-pop, I don't even know what would be number 2. I guess Tokyo because of the box office, but
I guess, yeah. I feel like the last 2 years, what we think is like a big Disney one is going to win loses. So, and I don't even think any of the Disney Pixar ones this year are particularly strong enough. So, yeah.
And the small ones that were challenging over the last 2 years. So to your point, the two small challengers that did win against the big studios, like what even that would that be? Like, there's been no conversation. Yeah. So I think Arcos picked up a couple of things, but no, we're overthinking it. Moving on.
Yep.
K-pop. Okay, we're combining the next 2, aren't we? Costume and makeup and hair, just because we think they're both kind of like no-brainers. Let me see where I think. I don't even know. Do we need to read these all out? Costume is Avatar, which was interesting. People should read up on that. That is actually quite interesting as to why Avatar got nominated. Avatar, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, and Sinners for costume design. Ruth E. Carter for Sinners. You know, Academy loves her. It's Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Like, Ruthie Carter, we love you.
Sad.
She did pull out a very surprising win for Black Panther back in the day, but, or was it Wakanda Forever? Either way, one of her wins was surprising, and she won because kind of like, I think, the strength of her name. But no, where Frankenstein has swept everything.
Yes.
So makeup and hair, we have Frankenstein, we have Kokuho, we have Sinners, we have The Smashing Machine, and we have pretty cool The Ugly Stepsister. It's Frankenstein. Also swept everything.
Yep. So. The thing that like I was going into this thinking, which I ended up looking up all the numbers of it, and it's not even true, is I was thinking like, well, Frankenstein's nominated for all 3 of them, so it has a better chance of winning all 3 of them, and that's not even true. Like having more nominations in the 3, meaning costume, makeup, and hair, and production design. I was combining. Yeah. Having more of those doesn't mean that you're going to win more of them. It's basically even the entire across the board. But since Frankenstein has won everything leading up to it, this feels like a easy one.
I mean, there is the supporting. I mean, I don't think Elordi's necessarily going to win, but there is at least the acting nomination with the makeup and hair that goes alongside it. So,
yes.
Yeah. So that's. I don't think it's going to go in hand 2 wins there. But even if Elordi did win the Critics' Choice, but yeah, it's got the nomination at least in there, and I see no need to doubt it. Yep. What's next? The screenplays. The screenplays.
Yeah. This is similar, I think, in the same. So I'm going to start
through them here.
I'm going to start with original because I have it listed first. So for that one, we have Blue Moon, It Was Just an Accident, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. So normally at this point in the award season, we don't see this large of a consensus, but in both of these categories, there's pretty much been a sweep the whole way through. So this one I'm going with Sinners, both in the data side and in my heart.
Yeah, it won the BAFTA, it won the WGA. Didn't it? It's won pretty much everything. I thought Sentimental Value, I thought it was just an accident, had chances. But I think it's a common thing, maybe, that people think, like, they think screenplay and they think it's only like the dialogue, but it's not. Yeah. It's like the whole story putting together. It's, it's like the flow, also the pacing, which, you know, is of course editing, but also like screenplay, how it's brought to the actual literal screen. So yeah, it's not just dialogue. So while I do struggle with some of the lines in Sinner, some of it is not always strikes me as being the best written from the originality perspective. Yeah. So it is. A few weeks ago, before everything suddenly went Sinner's way, I could have made a case for the others, but. Yeah. No. But I love this category, by the way. And I'm really sad Sorry Baby isn't here. That would have been great. But
the cats are still kicking me that we still haven't seen Sorry Baby, but
okay. Well,
I think it's not something I don't pay for.
Yeah. So that was but this is a really strong category. Original screenplay is always a fun one.
Yes.
Screenplay. Do you have that there as well? It's also a no-brainer, even more of a no-brainer.
Adapted, we've got Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Train Dreams. Same thing. There's been a sweep in this whole category. It's probably going to go to one battle. I thought I had something good. Oh, yes. The last 10 BAFTAs in this category, 8 of them have won the Oscar. So this feels like where they most align.
The lone Oscar for Conclave last year. Yes.
Good job for Conclave.
Shout out for Conclave.
Yeah.
Yes. Shout out for friend of the show, Rafe Fiennes. Yes. Okay. Yeah, no, I think that's also, I was really surprised that our Movie Archer podcast network friends, 4 out of the 5 of them went with Hamnet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Andrew was
I loved Hamnet,
person, but that wasn't a prediction, by the way. It was just what they wanted. But I was still a bit confused.
Still.
Like, it... Yeah. I don't know. Plus, I always think it's quite funny when the actual literal author of the book is the person actually adapting it for the screen. It's like, you've got a bit of an advantage there. You know? But anyway, no brainer. This is wonderful. Ryan Coogler and Paul Thomas Anderson will at least get one award and will receive it personally, each of them. So this is fabulous. What have we got next? Ooh, international feature. Hang on, gotta find that one. Where is it? International feature. Scroll. This is great podcasting. Here we go. The Secret Agent of Brazil. It was who we've established Andrew hates. It was just an accident from France, which is crazy. But yeah, at least France went with something non-problematic. I mean, problematic for Iran, but not necessarily just in the general scheme of things. Sentimental Value, Norway, and Sirat from Spain, and The Voice of Hin Rajab from Tunisia, or Tunisia as you say. Sorry, I've been like, what country is this that you keep saying?
With the ch?
Yeah, I don't know.
Tunisia?
We say Tunisia.
I feel like that's how I would say it, but I feel like I don't say it out loud very often.
I've heard. Anyway. So now is not the time to discuss pronunciation differences between the US and the UK. So, what does the data tell me on this one, Amanda? Because to me it seems clear, but so many people are saying other things, by the way.
I have this one also as too close to call.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so
tell me about it.
This was a very general, like me just like flipping back at the last few years. More recent winners are more likely to win the BAFTA, and then the Golden Globe and the Critics' Choice normally align, which happened in this case, that those two aligned. And so it's one of those, like, looking at it in a bubble is going to be really difficult because both of these are films that also have a lot of nominations, and they're, I would say, the most popular two of the most popular in this category, being The Secret Agent and Sentimental Value. And so I'm thinking this is favoring Sentimental Value, but personally I'm going for The Secret Agent because I enjoyed it more.
Oh yeah, okay, your personal pick.
Mm-hmm. It could go either way.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, the BAFTA went to Sentimental Value, but European Secret Agent I think it was nominated, but they didn't nominate Wagner Moura, right, for actor, I think. And
I think that's right, yeah.
I think they didn't even longlist him. And I think The Secret Agent came out super late in the UK. And so few people had seen it when it was time to do the long lists for BAFTA.
So that might be its BAFTA problem.
Which means they may have now since caught up that block of the voting body. And I mean, they've been out there campaigning.
Yeah,
so...
it's an interesting, I feel like both of them have very interesting campaigns, because I feel like Sentimental Value is like, what happened with it at the SAGs? And
nobody saw it. I mean,
and so it's like
Secret Agent wasn't there either.
I feel like that was Sentimental Value felt like the pick, and now I'm wavering.
Yeah, they clearly loved it because it got like 9 nominations, got into director, got into editing. But yeah, it just seems there's been no massive, at any point, momentum for Sentimental Value. It's really bizarre. It's just like ticked along, ticking its boxes, whereas A Secret Agent, but that might just be because you feel the passion from Brazil. They are very passionate, of course, online, and maybe it's just online chat. I don't know. I just know that Wagner Moura has been out there. They've been out there. I okay, so the data can't call it. I'm saying sentimental value, both from a predictions and from a want it, because I do slightly prefer it. It's number 3 for me of the 10, and Secret Agent is at 5, I think. Yeah, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Secret Agent, and the fact that it was just an accident, we're not even talking about that being an option, is just kind of also crazy. That's kind of weird. Yeah. Nothing really happened with that. I mean, maybe it's a case of Neon just having far too many. Maybe they just bit off more than they could chew. Right?
Yeah.
Can't campaign everything. Okay. Oh.
Over to me. Yeah.
Right. Check the timer. We've done well to get 16 minutes, 15 or 16 minutes in, but this could take some time.
Yeah, this will take another 15 minutes. We are on to supporting actress.
Yeah, we've done quite well, but that's good because we've got plenty of time to talk about supporting actress.
Yes.
It is you to read out.
Mm-hmm. First off, I don't really know. Like, I did not alphabetize these. I don't know what order I put these in. Anyway, doesn't matter. So, in this category, we've got Amy Madigan, Tiana Taylor, Inga Ipsdotter Lilius, Elle Fanning, and Wumi Musaku. This one I also have too close to call. My heart is going with Amy Madigan. Here's what we've got. Let's see. I have a lot of notes for this one, so let me just ramble all through them. Yeah.
Nothing fits.
Like, yeah, down to the wire. I was doing something this morning, like pulling out stuff, because like when I was looking at supporting actor, both of the supporting categories I see normally have a bigger sweep. That's just kind of predictable. These are the most predictable categories. We haven't had a sweep in this one. And what sets supporting actress apart from supporting actor is that this one's got Amy Madigan being the only nomination for weapons, whereas supporting actor, all of them are in heavily nominated films. The last 10 winners in this category, all but one of them being Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere, have been the only win for that film. Granted, Weapons only has one nomination, but for that reason, I am still going to stick with Amy Madigan. But I also know there's a big buzz for Sinners. There's probably still big buzz for One Battle. So this feels like a 3-woman race still. And
this is how Inga can still win.
Yeah.
So I have said to you and to Andrew, and I've also said it in other film discords, I've said, right, I'm just listening to too many conversations about this, and I'm now this close to locking in Amy Madigan. The second you post that somewhere, somebody jumps on it in a discourse and said, well, actually, blah, 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 blah. And then they pull out all the statistics, like she is the lone nominee. So like literally, like the film, I mean, we can say that maybe Weapons was like 11 or 12 on picture. It was probably close in original screenplay. Yeah. Makeup was kind of crazy how it didn't get in there. So it's close in a number of other categories, and it was probably just on the bubble. But like she won SAG. And then to your Jamie Lee Curtis point, yes, she's in the Best Picture winner. But she won SAG, and then she took that momentum and she went into the Oscar. Yeah. And
that was a weird season anyway. For this category.
Yeah, and my thoughts on generally that film are just
yeah, I know.
They're not even mixed. But it, and I think most people, that is not a well seen victory, even if you love the film. That was just, I don't know, overdue narrative. I have no idea. But the point is, BAFTAs didn't even like Everything Everywhere all at once. They didn't give it anything. I don't know. It won very few. Tiana Taylor is in the presumed, we'll get to that, Best Picture winner. So I always said, coming out of BAFTA, when Wunmi won BAFTA, which you can say was home country, whatever, right?
I mean, but you were still shocked that she won, right? Even with that?
I thought it would maybe go to, I still had my little hope for Inga Ipsdotter Lilius from Sentimental Value. I was still kind of hoping that Sentimental Value might get the buzz or the push it needed from BAFTA. Didn't happen. I always said if Tiana Taylor wins SAG, I am predicting her. I always said if clearly, I said if Amy Madigan, no matter what happened at BAFTA, and I never thought Tiana Taylor was winning at BAFTA. I also said, even if Amy Madigan, I said this, if Amy Madigan wins SAG, I'm still not predicting her because lone nominee, Wunmi's got the industry, like the big industry block from BAFTA. SAG has so many voters that have nothing to do with the Academy, very populist, very like, yay, we love Amy Madigan, she's doing something quirky, and we love her because she's been around forever, and wouldn't it be fun to award this role? She got up, she did a great speech. I am so close to predicting her. I don't know. Part of me is like, Wunmi's got the industry. Like,
yeah,
she's got the industry win. So does Amy Madigan, but all the other factors against her, and the lone, she's not swept.
Yeah,
I mean, she won Critics'
no
Choice.
one's even come close to a sweep.
Yeah, she won Critics' Choice, so she's the one with 2 televised.
Yes, yeah.
But also the 2 possibly most kind of, not to call Critics' Choice nicely populist, but they do have their favorites and they all love this. And again, going back to what I said about Benicio, was maybe the Critics' Choice going for Amy Madigan just to, and supporting her, because she's got the most critics wins, I think, as well. Also just to get her name on the ballot in the first place.
Yeah.
And that's...
Yeah, Tiana's got 2. Amy Madigan had 1 and Inga had 1 in the critics.
I mean, I haven't even looked at the odds on anything like Gold Derby or stuff like that, but like, my brain tells me I should say Wunmi Mosaku just simply because she's got the industry win.
I think this will be a case like of that panic that sets in mid-ceremony when one win doesn't go the way that I think it will, and that means that film gets everything that I didn't think it would win.
Yeah.
If Wunmi gets then the entire rest of the thing is blown up.
Yeah, but what does it mean, right? So if Tiana Taylor wins, that tells me nothing because we think that one battle's presumably winning anyway. So
and this supporting actress doesn't normally follow Best Picture winner that closely anyway.
No, it was the editing last year that did it for Honora, I think. It was like when that one editing, we were like, oh, it's over.
We're like, oh my God, what?
It's over. Yeah.
This one is a complete disaster.
This is a complete disaster. Okay, easy is what I want to happen, right? I want Inga to win. There we go. That's the easy one. Yeah, I can't quite pull the trigger on Amy Madigan. Or, wind the
you
thread
can't
or
break the stick on it.
I can't break the stick on Amy Madigan, no. I don't know. I mean, either way, why didn't Wunmi win SAG? If they so love Sinners, because they awarded Jordan, they awarded Ensemble. Why?
That was weird.
But yeah, then again, Amy Madigan ticked the SAG boxes. Like, they gave it to Demi Moore last year. BAFTA went with lead actress. BAFTA went with Thing, Anora, Mikey Madison. Yeah, I think I have to stay sensible for now. So on record here, I will say Wunmi. But I reserve the right in my final official predictions to change.
Yeah. You have a couple more days. Yeah.
I do. Okay. What are you doing? What are you predicting?
I started the season on Amy Madigan, and I really just want to see that through. So that would make me feel good.
So the data says you can't call it, so your vibes are saying Amy Madigan.
Yeah. There's just something that feels good about that.
It would be good. She will do a nice speech. Yeah, that would be cool. I don't really care. They're all good. The only one that I think is probably the weakest, and she's not got a chance anyway, is Elle Fanning. So, but good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
Good for her for being there. Like, well done, Elle. Right. Okay, that was 8 minutes on supporting actress. That wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad.
We're gonna crank this out in a whole hour.
Oh, the next one is another one. Oh goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Documentary feature, but at least it's only, I think, possibly only 2 we have to discuss in detail.
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, documentary feature. We have The Alabama Solution. We have Come See Me in the Good Light. We have Cutting Through Rocks, Mr. Nobody Against Putin, and The Perfect Neighbor. I have seen only one of these, and that is The Perfect Neighbor. who I guess is the front runner, but a very weak one because it's won basically nothing else.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't either been nominated or and it's been things that have been winning that aren't nominated.
They're not nominated.
Right?
Yeah, that's my big issue. I literally just have it written that it's a crapshoot because everything that won all of the big awards was not nominated.
Apart from BAFTA.
Yes, apart from BAFTA, and The Perfect Neighbor didn't win the Critics' Choice, but this is more aligned with the BAFTA wins. Slightly.
So are you going with Putin then?
I'm going to call this as a vibes because I feel like if we only have those 2 wins to go off of, and one, like the BAFTA is only slightly more aligned with it, I don't. The Perfect Neighbor, I would consider more. I wouldn't say like since it's US that it feels like a bigger Oscar win because that's not how documentary has ever been awarded. But I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I was all in Perfect Neighbor when I first saw it, and I'm European, so it's like it's not
regionally focused at all.
No, and I haven't seen, as I say, Perfect Neighbor is the only one I've seen. I don't know exactly the story of Mr. Nobody Against Putin. What I hear, it's kind of like is it like a school teacher or something who or something in Russia? I don't know, but it feels like. Isn't it like Russia, Ukraine sort of themed again or something? And I feel we've done this like a few times.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah, this was I think one of the 2 last year, and then either the one before.
No. Last year was the Palestine one. Mm.
Oh, I didn't watch a single one from last year, so like I don't know what happened. My documentaries have really fallen off.
I'm so confused.
It was Porcelain War and no
other land.
I was like, no other choice. No
other choice. No, that didn't get nominated.
No. Yeah. So I feel like documentary, you can't even pick like a general vibe of like a theme that would win. So I have no idea.
I guess that's a question is if everybody's watching everything, because if they are watching everything like they're supposed to, that does kind of make it even more of a crapshoot than before, because at least you could say, well, The Perfect Neighbor is on Netflix, so everybody will have had access to see it. And I think the Alabama solution is also on HBO Max or somewhere where you can see it. Yeah.
Come See Me in the Good Light. I started. It's on Apple TV. I just haven't finished it yet. So like those are your
watch that
more
one.
Accessible.
Watching F1.
Yeah. Do them at the same time.
It seems like a really good double feature. Yeah, I know what it's about.
You feel like crying because the writing is so bad, and also crying because the subject matter is awful.
Exactly. Not a good day. Not a good day.
No, horrible.
Yeah, and I have no idea what Cutting Through Rocks is about. I know the BAFTA win feels important, but on the other hand, I don't know, The Perfect Neighbor. I don't feel it's so American-centric, and also I feel that there's also a certain amount of like, we're really talking this through this in real time here. I don't think it's not, because we all like, I think even in, international, we know like a lot of things, that happen in, US society, and we may not have the same laws with like, the what she's trying to protect her property and coming onto the property, and does she have a right to shoot, etc., etc. But we all know about your gun laws, and how insane they are. And I think there's it's not so very, very specific or unknown topics that we can't relate to it. That's my feeling. So
maybe it is the most like universally known in that case, but sorry, my cats are scratching.
I don't know. I mean, for me, it's between those two. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I've said The Perfect Neighbor all I feel
like that's what we've been saying.
I'm sticking with it.
Yeah. Especially since it's the only one I finished, I'm just gonna go with it.
Yeah. Shout out to Movie the Needle and their predictions ballot, because you could choose first and second, so at least you kind of got a backup. I love it.
Yes, I loved opening that because I had so much fun filling it out. I'm like, I'm going to win every single one. Yeah.
I was like, okay, I don't really have to choose. Right. Okay. Good. Oh, the new category. Casting.
Yes. Is this on me?
Yes.
Yes, we rambled too long. I forget what we're doing. Okay, casting. We've got Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, and Sinners. My stat prediction just says, huh? Because it's a new category. There's not much I can do with it. My I don't even honestly remember in the ballots that we did what I picked for this. I'm just going one battle because it felt correct in my heart, but I really have no idea what I'm doing here.
I could quickly look that up, but I can't be bothered right now.
Yeah, I could have done it this morning, and I said it doesn't matter.
I know I said Sinners
Yeah.
on our, but that was our preference. So I think
also
there's a
true,
case to be made for all of them. I mean, from preference, not preference, sorry, for why any of them might win. But yeah, it's like it is the casting director that gets the win. It's interesting because a few of them do have a number of films this year, but they've only been nominated for one. So I think Nina Gold is a well-known name. I think she's got a couple of films that she's cast this year, but she's only got the Hamnet. So it'll be interesting to see if that continues like into the other years, if they only ever get nominated for one film, which kind of feels like a shame. But on the other hand, then they don't have to split the votes, I guess, between themselves. So
yeah,
or maybe it's a recognition for a great year, but then why are you just choosing one film? I think as I say, can understand Hamnet is probably the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Marty
Supreme's got like a
Marty Supreme is insane.
Wide, yeah,
and people who are not actors or people that aren't not so well known or people that have maybe not been working for a while and bringing them back. I mean, the choice of Gwyneth Paltrow is so meta, like to put her into that role. One Battle, I guess, the discovery of Chase Infinity, Secret Agent. I mean, just this person should be winning just for Tanya Maria. We love her, our queen.
Yeah, that is your pick just for her.
just for her. They just didn't know. It's not my pick.
Who found her?
Yes, who found her? I love her. She is my queen. And then Sinners, which I just think is just everything, and casting so many people and so perfectly in these roles. I mean, and large ensemble as well. So, but it's not the ensemble prize. I think Sinners has been winning anything that's vaguely
like
similar, whether it's casting or ensemble or casting and ensemble, as I think some of them are combined prizes.
Yeah, I was going to say, who has a casting award?
I mean, the BAFTAs have something, but I think it's a mixture. I think it's similar. Casting and ensemble together. Yeah. I think the easy answer here is probably Sinners, but is it just going to end up being like a best picture kind of consolation prize? I mean, is that what it's going to end up being over the next few years? I guess we'll find out. But as I say, I can understand why all of them are here. It might have been interesting to see something like Weapons, where they had to completely recast it all. That would have been interesting, because originally, it was very different people in the roles, but the thing that took so long to produce.
Yeah, I feel like this will take a couple years, I feel like, to fully flesh out.
Yeah. And then people were saying, well, why is Sentimental Value when all of their actors are nominated? Why is this not here? And that's because Joachim Trier, he handpicked them all. So there was no casting director necessarily really involved. So that's why. Always, I think, needs to be said. So if it was an ensemble, they might be back in play. Yeah. But it is specifically like casting. So the casting director for Sentimental Value didn't really do very much. Or it was, in fact, the director. Okay. Right. So you're saying?
Written down as One Battle. That was a quick note.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I could give it to Sinners. I feel like I have no idea.
Again, moving the needle, 1 and 2. Great.
Yes, yeah, that will be my 1 and 2.
Yes. What's next? What have we got? Oh, another quick one. Yay.
Yeah, easy.
Okay, I think we already referred to this one, didn't we? So just for here we are for completionists. Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. And this is Frankenstein in a Cakewalk.
Correct.
Yep.
I have nothing else.
It's won everything.
Yep.
Yep.
Won everything.
It's so funny. It's like it's going in knowing it's already winning 3. Now,
Good for them.
You were saying, is there anything that's going to happen that could, make
like
us
the
think?
One that really like.
Yeah, I mean, if they go all in on one battle or in Sinners or whatever, I mean, you never know. This is somewhere where it could just shock. Like if somebody down ballots,
Yeah,
but
I know that I don't remember which like craft it was, but this is the one where I always have one that flips like that. I literally have it just says "See Elvis," because I remember when everyone thought Elvis was going to win all these things, and then it lost every single one of them. And then I think Poor Things. It was like the Poor Things Barbie thing.
Oh yeah.
That like
Barbie
they all went to Poor Things or something.
Yeah, and then it was Poor Things. But then that was a sign that Poor Things was just going to be the runner-up.
I was like, how are all these people loving Poor Things? This is my Poor Things rant that I hated.
Also, I don't mind. I thought the production design was great. I do remember
Beautiful.
Watching it.
Yes, that's the only good thing about that movie.
They were both really good. They were both really strong. I just maybe Poor Things, I guess, was a bit more original because Barbie was literally based on the Barbie
I'll give you that.
Toys.
So
it was Babylon. Babylon, weren't everybody expecting Babylon to win? And then it was All Quiet?
Okay, probably.
That was Score. Was that Score? That was Score. Ignore me. Babylon was expected with won everything in Score and then lost Score. All Quiet.
Hold on, I've literally got them right here.
Babylon
production design. Yes, I had predicted Babylon. It also went to All Quiet.
There you go.
No, that was
the
one we're thinking of.
Okay. Yes.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, this is the one that can flip, but I think it would
I don't think in this case it's going to.
No, I don't think so, because I think enough people have seen Frankenstein, because it is in the Best Picture lineup. It's not, it's been on Netflix. It's not something that people aren't. Do we think this is playing a role? The fact that they're supposed to have seen everything? Or do we think they just lie?
I think in the same way of piracy is not a victimless crime, I think people are definitely just saying that they watched things.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Just to be able to vote for their friends. Sound. Cars go vroom. Sound. Where's sound?
Yep.
Sound. We have.
This is me.
Was it you? Okay.
I think it is me. Whatever.
That's right. Yes.
We're just running
you're right.
Vibes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we've gotten sound. F1, Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Surratt. This one is very clearly going to F1, but in my head, this is the category that I always get wrong. So it's like, it's really messing with me, because the last 2 years, it has flipped my predictions. And flipped the general consensus that I see online. So that was weird. But this one almost always follows the BAFTA, and it won the BAFTA. It also won the Critics' Choice. So it's going to go to F1, but in my head, I'm like, this is where I'm going to lose.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't overthink this one. Again, though, another one, potentially, if they're down balloting, we do have the two big ones in there.
Either of those would be great. So
Surratt would be kind of cool. Have you seen Surratt?
I have not seen it yet, because I don't think it's come out in my area yet, but I want to go see it. I assume that sound will be ridiculous. I
was not overly high in Surratt, but the sound design is incredible.
That's the thing, yeah.
And cool shout out for Surratt. It is 100% sound team of women. First time ever.
Love that.
Love that. Yes. So, yay for Surratt. Didn't love the film. Love this nomination. Yeah, I mean, sound, to your point, sound did, 2 years ago, it did go for the inspired win of Zone of Interest, because sound, of course, is the entire point of that film. That's the
whole thing,
That's the whole point. That film does not work without that great sound design. Mm-hmm. So as much as I do love Oppenheimer, I was also totally on board with that going to Zone of Interest, and I think that's really cool. I think Oppenheimer did not need that 8th Oscar. It's fine. We're good.
Yeah,
we're
good.
We're good. No, this is fast cars going vroom, isn't it? We're overthinking F1.
Yeah, we are overthinking it.
And
this next one we will not overthink.
We will not overthink the next one. Is this me? Visual effects. We have Avatar, Fire and Ash. Can't even say it. We've got Fast Cars going vroom again. F1, Jurassic World Rebirth, The Lost Bus, and Sinners. I've seen one of these, and it's Sinners.
Me too. Actually, no, I have seen F1, and I wish I didn't.
Not seen F1.
And I'm missing anything.
When are we recording this? I've got 4 days to see F1. There we go. I will do it. I'll whack it on. Yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
have written down
it's
pity
Avatar.
award for James Cameron.
Yes, well done, James Cameron.
Good for you.
Congratulations.
I
Good for
don't
you.
care about this category, and I never have.
Um, I do if there's cool things in it that I care about, but this is because it's a no-brainer in here to me.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, it is. It's just I mean, unless there's Avatar fatigue, but we're overthinking it. Moving on.
Yep.
Now,
Yeah.
the fun stuff.
I've got places to go. We've got things to do. Oh yes. Ooh, the fun stuff. Are we wanting to do
The
these
fun
all
stuff, the
three in one
crapshoot.
go?
This is breaking
Yeah.
our ballots here.
Oh my god, my cats are sprinting up and down my stairs right now.
They're clearly very excited about the shorts.
Just like me, they're very excited about the shorts. Okay.
Yes. I've actually watched quite a few of these. You've watched all of them,
Yeah.
haven't you?
I have only gotten to maybe
But you've
2/3
watched a
of
lot.
them.
Still, more than me.
We'll go through when I'll say which ones
Okay.
I'm missing. Okay, so
Cool,
I'm going to start with animated. Are we doing anything for these besides just truly the vibes and what we want to win?
Well, I mean, if you have any data on it.
I have not a single thing because in my
Wonderful.
head, it always goes to the thing that I'm not predicting. It goes to like when you look at the spread on these websites or whatever, it's going to go to like this random last place one that nobody thought it was going to win. So I always just pick what I want.
I always go, yeah, there's usually one that is crap that everybody hates and it wins. There's usually one that has a quirky title, at least one with a quirky title. And then there's one that's got some like celebrity pushing it or on Netflix or something. So that's kind of, and my predictions, I've got, I think, one of each. So,
okay, good. Okay, so an animated short. We'll start there. We've got Butterfly, Forever Green, The Girl Who Cried Pearls, Retirement Plan, and The Three Sisters. I've seen everything but The Three Sisters because I can't find it. In my heart, I'm going with Forever Green. I saw it at the St. Louis Film Festival. Super cute. I think it has the best animation style, and it has a nice message, made me tear up a little bit. Retirement Plan made me tear up quite more than I anticipated, given it was only like 7 minutes long. I think Butterfly is the consensus to win in this one, which we were just talking yesterday. None of us understand because it is kind of the worst of both of what I've seen.
I don't quite get it. I don't like the animation. I know it's a particular style of art that they're copying. To me, it looks like something a 7-year-old drew. But that's a style I know I appreciate. Oh, God, we're sounding like 6 Philistines here. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Butterfly seems to be the favorite, but I'm kind of like, it's Holocaust. I mean, I know they like the Holocaust. That sounds sick. It's continuing our theme.
Yeah, much like Andrew. Yeah.
Andrew loves Nazis. No, I need to stop doing this. Yeah, so, but you know, they do like stuff like that. But I feel we've done it, and it felt so underbaked, the story. It's like they spent a lot of time with the swimming.
That was not well done swimming, as you pointed out.
Well, the swimming actually was very well done. They have to say it was very nice. The butterfly style was gorgeous, very nice. But they made one very crucial mistake. When he's actually in the pool, he does a butterfly length and then he does a flip turn into another butterfly length. That's wrong. Butterfly does not have a flip turn, you see. Butterfly and breaststroke, no flip turns. So that was incorrect. And I need to stop judging films based on how they depict swimming.
I've learned so much about swimming from you, though. So
yes. That's very useful information. Yes, so I'm just thinking bad research. But yeah, and it's a true story, and then you have the family thing, and then that one with water and all this kind of thing. I don't know. I just felt they spent too much time with the swimming, and we could have done with more time spent in the concentration camp, perhaps. I know that's like super mega depressing. I'm gonna say more bleakness, please. But I don't know. It didn't really flow. Oh God! Boom, boom. It didn't really flow very well. I don't know, but it did seem to be the favorite, and I don't know how they judge these things. I haven't seen Forever Green. I will try and catch that because a few people have said it's really cute and that they like their animals sometimes. Look at the cat last year.
Yes.
There's people who really seem to hate The Girl Who Cries Pearls, and there's some people who seem to really love it. I've heard both. Some people hate the animation style.
I really liked the style of it, but like the way that they did it is weird. And also, I don't like that sometimes their mouths don't move, so they just look like a floating head, just kind of like wandering around. So it wasn't my favorite, but like ugly. I could appreciate it. Yeah, they're very ugly.
I like the story to that one though. I thought that was quite It gives you something to think about at the end. I loved Retirement Plan.
Incredible. It's
was
also,
so
I would say, the only
lovely.
one that's got like a big name attached to it, I'd say.
Yeah, Donald Gleason. Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
that'll do it for him. I don't know.
I don't know. And it's also 7 minutes. It's really not a chore. And it's funny, and if we're talking about the old boomers in the academy, maybe they just like it. I don't know. I am going to predict for fun. I'm going to predict Retirement Plan. There we go. And you're predicting Butterfly.
Yeah, I'm going to predict Butterfly, but I'm not going to be happy about it.
Okay, it's going to be the Three Sisters, the one we haven't seen.
Yeah, it'll be, yeah.
Okay, what's next? Should do best laugh action just because I got it right here.
Sure.
Butcher Stain, no idea, haven't seen it. Friend of Dorothy, Jane Austen's period drama, The Singers, Two People Exchanging Saliva. I have seen the last 3. Friend of Dorothy is apparently available, but not in Germany. I can't watch it. It's blocked. And Butcher Stain, I have no idea where to find that. So I have not seen that. I think it's okay. I can make a case for 3 of them. I think Two People Exchanging Saliva is the sensible pick, purely just because it's like it's seems the most well developed in terms of like the world that they're depicting.
Yeah.
But is it too weird, Yorgos Lanthimos-y kind of weird for people? Is it inaccessible? It's very well acted. It's black and white. They do, love black and white. It's the most interesting, I think. And as I say, it feels the most developed. That would be the sensible pick. The Singers is the Netflix of it. Obviously beautifully shot because Sam Davis is a cinematographer, an award-winning cinematographer. I liked it. It felt underbaked again for me. Jane Austen's period drama was funny. I'm not quite sure why it's here, so I would discount that one. I liked it. It was funny, but it feels a bit twee.
Yeah.
A Friend of Dorothy is also, I think, I haven't seen it, but from what I've heard about it, it also feels like a bit twee, but kind of that kind of cheesiness that they kind of like. And also it's got Maria Margolyes, who is a face and a name.
Yes.
And it may be a bit of a feel-good thingy and, cross-generational friendship. And I don't know, like I wouldn't be surprised if that one won. And I think that's the one that people don't like. So that could tick that box. One that people doesn't like. Friend of Dorothy's. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just going to be safe and go with Two People Exchanging Saliva, though.
Yeah, that is what I feel is the clear front runner here. I am personally going with The Singers because I liked it the most out of these 5. I have seen all 5 of these. This is the only one of the shorts that I've completed. The only one that I would discount from this is Butcher's Stain, unfortunately. The other 4, well, Jane Austen's period drama I loved. I don't think it has a chance. So between those final 3, I think it could go to any of those. But I think The Singers has the Netflix boost that it got really close to the voting period. Yeah, Two People Exchanging Saliva I liked. I found it a little too Yorgos. So it's not my favorite, but I could see it winning.
All right, so Sinners is winning live action short, everyone. Yeah. The Singers. Right. Plus, of course, he is an Oscar winner, Sam Davis.
That is true. So he's got that.
So he's got that.
Okay. Documentary short.
Oh my God, where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. We have All the Empty Rooms, Armed Only with a Camera, The Life and Death of Brent Renault, Children No More, Where and Are Gone, The Devil is Busy, and Perfectly Strangeness. I have seen one of these. I really wanted to see The Devil is Busy because from what I was picking up, it is between that one and All the Empty Rooms. From what I'm hearing and people's vibes, I have only seen All the Empty Rooms. I watched it, as I have said, on a recap episode. I watched it at 10 a.m. on a Monday, and that set me up for the rest of the week. And I was just, it was wonderful. It is not something to watch at 10 a.m. on a Monday.
Oh my God, that's awful.
I'm sorry, I can't do the conference call right now. I'm still sobbing.
I'm still crying. Yeah. If you want to sob for 30 minutes straight, this is a perfect film for
Very
you.
cathartic. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's also very beautifully done. So I'll give them that.
Beautiful.
I feel like documentary shorts, sometimes they're getting the boost of like, but did you get emotionally caught up in it? It could have been a terribly made documentary, but did you cry? It's gonna win.
Bonus points. Cried.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
But I think that this one is it. I've only seen that one in Perfectly a Strangeness, which I don't understand how it's a documentary, but it's
donkeys,
fine.
Right?
It's three donkeys walking around like a planetarium sort of thing. It doesn't even make any sense. It's nicely shot and it's kind of cute, but it doesn't make any sense as a documentary.
So it's like cars go vroom and donkeys go ER. Okay.
Yeah. So I think this one's just going to be. I feel like I've only really seen buzz for All the Empty Rooms, so that's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah. So All the Empty Rooms is the Netflix one as well.
That is true.
Yeah, I have actually seen a lot of people talking about Devil is Busy as an alternative, because there's people who think that the Empty Rooms doesn't go far enough. And I say to them, he literally says at the end, all Americans should go and stand in these rooms and they would change their minds about guns. What more do you want him to say? What more do you want? What more do you want him to say?
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's really bizarre how people are saying he didn't go far enough. What do you want him to do? I mean, it's quite obvious what the message is. Come on. I mean, if you spell it out any more, people will be like, oh, they think their audience is stupid and they need to spell it out for them. It's like just because it's Netflix does not mean we need it spelled out for us. Yeah. Anyway, no, this is, to me, I've only seen the one, but I loved it. I mean, as much as you can say you loved something this bleak, but it was just so good. And I would love to see it win. So there we go. We've got our Netflix one. I've got the weird title, Two People Exchanging Saliva, and if Butterfly wins, which I don't think, it could be the one that I didn't like, but I don't think so. But yeah, but we need one that the Academy doesn't like. So maybe the Academy obviously does like, other people don't like. So maybe it is a friend of Dorothy's. I don't know. We shall see. If you get one of these, it's good, the way I see it. So, yeah.
We've got a batch of 4 where I'm pretty sure these are just all pretty obvious. So we can probably...
Well, okay.
Now
they're obvious. But up to about a couple of weeks ago, they were not obvious.
This girl...
Right. Cinematography, is it you?
Okay. Yes, cinematography is me. We've got on this one, also have 2 mice. 2 computers, 2 mice. Okay, there we go. Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Bell After Another, Sinners, and Train Dreams. This one is normally always a highly nominated win, surrounded by a bunch of highly nominated nominees. So Train Dreams won at the Critics' Choice. That's the only one I don't feel comfortable with that win, just because I don't think it's nominated enough to like win this big of an award. So I'm going with One Battle on this one. Cinematography.
Yes.
Easy, in my opinion.
Well, yes. But only recently. Right?
Yes.
Because we've had the 2 recent, the BSC and the ASC, the guilds weighing in, and both of them going to one.
Yes, you did say this. Yes. I did not have this marked down. Yes.
Because up to then... I think the early front runner, before we had any kind of indication, or maybe some critic stuff, was Sinners. Obviously, we want to award a woman because a woman has never won. She's a Black woman. We're ticking a number of boxes. This would have been amazing and historical, and I would love to have seen it happen. But I think I'm just going to have to face it. She's not winning.
Yeah,
and I'm so sad. Because apparently people, the guilds just don't really like it. Because it's too dark or things aren't well lit or whatever. So I don't know. We're not professionals. Yeah. And the fact then that also One Battle won the BAFTA, right, as well. So that was the entire like the body and not just the industry guild. So I guess that's because that's what they said. They said, well, if the BAFTA, which is the whole like Academy, goes somewhere else, then that might tell us, like the populist pick for Sinners, perhaps, but it's not. And they didn't even nominate Train Dreams, did they? Which, by the way, I'm not high on Train Dreams at all, as are you are not either. It's clearly a middle-aged man thing in our team. But the cinematography was gorgeous. I did That was the one thing I thought was like, it looks great. I think that's what you wrote in your little 1-sentence summary. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful, but
yeah, gorgeous. Lovely
that's
trees.
it.
Yeah. Lovely trees. Yeah, no, this is really in the last couple of weeks, it's come all out for one battle, and I wouldn't necessarily have expected that. And as I say, if the BAFTA had gone another way,
yeah, because this does normally follow the BAFTA very closely.
Right, right. But here, even because you could have said, well, does the General Academy appreciate the fact that Sinners is like badly lit because they just remember that one scene, you know? And a lot of it is amazing. But against one battle, it has the rolling hills. And that's its scene. So if you say Sinners has got the one scene, one battle does as well, and everybody talks about that scene. And we were talking the other day about how I couldn't show it to my dad because he would get carsick.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And there are some really other great shots in it if you think about it as well. So no, it's fine. No, it's good. I mean, I love one battle, so I'm all good. I'd have just loved to have seen history being made. But have to wait again. Yep. So Data says, but what do we want to win though? We haven't done that for a while. Wait a minute, because we haven't been able to comment on things like visual effects because we don't care.
Yeah, we don't care.
Yeah, I'd like Sinners. I would want Sinners to win. I don't necessarily know if it's the best. I would just want to see.
Yes,
Autumn
I think
winning.
in that. Yeah.
Film editing. Okay. We have fast cars going vroom again. F1, Marty Supreme, one battle after another, sentimental values. And Sinners, I am delighted to see sentimental value there. Because I think it's completely, people don't understand and appreciate the editing work in that, because they're like, they're just filming people talking and a house. No. Wonderful. Okay. What does the data tell us about editing?
It's hit or miss on this one. I feel like we think that like your presumed best picture winner is going to also win this. Mostly that's not true, except the last 3 years have gone to the best picture winner. And the awards thus far have kind of been split slightly between One Battle and Sinners. F1 did win the Critics' Choice. But the Critics' Choice, like, rarely, if you looked at like all the things that have won editing from the Critics' Choice, you're going to go, huh? Because they're rarely matched for some reason. Okay. So,
all right.
Stats-wise, I'm going to go with One Battle. But for my 1-2, I could go One Battle or Sinners.
Yeah.
Love
no, same.
Yeah.
I mean, they've often had the most editing, haven't they? Shout out Bohemian Rhapsody. The worst win I can think of in this category that's so ugly, but we've got a million cuts. What is it? There's a statistic about how many editing cuts that film had compared to average, and it was ridiculous. It was huge numbers, and you're like, that at one point is not clever editing, that's just messy.
It's just bad editing.
Yeah. So the most editing is, I guess, F1.
Yes, yeah. I wouldn't necessarily say it's bad editing, but if for some reason this is the win that like F1 is such more loved than we think, this might be its like
this is how F1
random
wins Best
win.
Picture.
Yeah. No. It's happening. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I appreciate the editing in all of these. I haven't seen F1 yet. To me, editing is also about how the film actually is paced as well. We often kind of, it's not just about, like we said, it's not just about the editing cuts and there and everything, and the kind of the Frankensteining of it all. It's which isn't here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But it's how well it moves. Haha, F1. And one battle after another, you were sitting there for how long is that film? Like 240 or something, and it's like over like before you know it to me.
Yeah.
And that is a sign of editing. And it was the same with like I mean, Oppenheimer won it 2 years ago, and it's the same. Like, that is a 3-hour film. People talking in rooms mainly. I mean, I love this kind of thing, but you didn't feel the 3 hours, I don't think, because there was the constant, the jump between the storylines, etc. And then with or even Killers of the Flower Moon, like, that's 3.5 hours, and to me, I didn't feel that long. And last night I went to see, as you know, I went to see Amadeus, and it was the director's cut, and it was for the full 3 hours, and I mean, okay, I can gush about this separately. Life-changing.
Yes.
Seriously, seeing this film. Oh my God, it is amazing. And I was shocked that it was like, I saw at the beginning, like, director's cut, and I was like, oh, okay, I don't know what the difference is, but fine. And then I was so hooked. And that, to me, is a sign of good editing, that you just flows. It flows, it's paced, you're constantly get something without it being too much. So you're not like, oh my God, I'm getting really nervous, which is a little bit of a problem with Marty Supreme, but that's the style. So
that's the point. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But everything.
I don't think there's a wrong winner here, but.
I mean, I haven't seen no F1. No, probably not. They're all there for a reason. I love the sentimental value being there. Did you notice, like, when they did their little watching of the nominations, that was the one that they all celebrated the most? I thought that was so cute. Yeah. Go back and watch that video when they're all together watching the nominations, like the whole crew. And the one they celebrate, absolutely, the biggest scream, the biggest celebration is for editing. And I thought that was so lovely. My vibes are telling me one battle after another. I genuinely don't really care between one battle, sentimental value or Sinners. Like, I don't care. Like, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good winner either way. F1 I haven't seen, but I'm sure it's good too. Editing wise, what have we got?
We are on to original score.
Yes, and you're reading this one, aren't you? Yes, your favorite category.
Oh, I love this category. So we've gotten this one: Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. This is going to the love of my life, Ludwig, for Sinners.
We love him.
Yeah, I don't even think if anything else wins this, I don't know what's going on in the world.
Ludwig has for 3 years in a row had my top listened album and my top listened song.
Yes.
I have the Oppenheimer Can You Hear the Music as my wake up alarm.
Beautiful.
In the morning. I love it. I put on snooze all the time just so I can keep listening to it, and like turn it off after a bit when my husband is like, shut up. I'm like, okay. And then it goes again on 5 minutes. He's like, oh my God. And I went, how can you not appreciate this wonderful alarm clock? And Sinners it was my top album of last year, and it's just wonderful. And I love him, and he's possibly going to win again next year for the Odyssey. And he's got amazing hair, and he's
beautiful.
He's beautiful.
Yep.
We appreciate Ludwig. Moving on, Ludwig gets his flowers. Loved the acceptance speech for that Ryan Coogler did in London at the BAFTAs forum. He's like, I am not Ludwig Göransson. He is much taller, more handsome, and more Swedish than me. I love it. And the two of them have been like, they were roommates, I think, at film school, and I love that. So yeah. There we go. So Ludwig has got a good gig there. He's working with Ryan Coogler and Christopher Nolan.
Honestly.
Well done, Ludwig. Well done. Continue. And from what I've heard of the Odyssey from the trailer, that's another banger.
Same.
So
yeah, good.
We love him. Okay. Easy. Song. Easy. It's going to be Diane Warren. Finally. No. We have Dear Me by Diane Warren from the film about Diane Warren. Bless her. She should have won for Armageddon, and then we would not have to have this.
We wouldn't have this problem.
And if she'd won back then, we would not have this constant writing songs for films that do not exist or ones about herself. So
yeah,
we then have Golden, we have I Lied to You, we have Sweet Dreams of Joy from Viva Verdi. Okay, we have Train Dreams from Train Dreams, and we don't need to overthink this either.
Yeah,
there's only 2 songs being performed.
Yes.
Golden was performed at the BAFTAs. It wasn't even eligible. It's Golden.
Yes.
It's a worldwide phenomenon. I can't say the word phenomenon. It is. Whatever I was trying to say, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No notes on this one. Just vibes. This is so easy.
Yeah, but Golden has won everything. So even the data is...
Yes, even the data, yes.
Yeah. Won a Grammy. It's,
Okay.
So there are only 2 being performed. from what I can see from what they've announced so far, it does seem that they're going to maybe try and recreate the scene from the Juke Joint with I Like You. Because they've announced like some extra performers for the song, including Misty Copeland, the ballet dancer. So she's going to like be part of it. So maybe they're going to try and at least do some of it. So that would be nice. That would be cool. Awesome. Yeah, I have to say, I think it's a bit crap that they are only performing the two. I think it's a bit unfair for the other three.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, okay, it would be funny if it backfired on them and something that wasn't performed won. Yeah. But because I hate it when they do these weird things like they did with presumed winner being
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman, yeah. And swapped up the order, and then it was Anthony Hopkins, and he wasn't even there.
And then they say, no, in Wales. We meant to do that. That's not why we put it last. And we're like, this is embarrassing.
Yeah. Or when they were kind of tempting fate with the SAG last week as well, when they had like Viola Davis for Best Actor. Yeah. And Samuel L. Jackson for ensemble. Like they were kind of tempting fate. But yeah, I mean, it worked out fine, but it can go wrong. Because Anthony Hopkins, I'm sure, was fabulous. I can't watch that film, but I'm sure he was great. Yeah. Okay. So we're not overthinking this.
We got 4 more. We got this.
Golden. Oh, right. Time check. We were 8 minutes on supporting actress.
Okay.
We've now got Best Actor. Yeah. Your turn.
All right. In Best Actor, we've got Timothée Chalamet, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ethan Hawke, Michael B. Jordan, and Wagner Moura. I just have again, because we felt so clear about this, and then Marty Supreme took 2 giant nosedives this season, and I don't think he can come back from that. And so we have opened the doors for Michael B. Jordan. Let me look at that is my my want at this
Open the door. He's been invited into the Juke Joint as a vampire. Yeah.
Yes. It's for you. What do I have any big? Yeah, these winners, they don't normally have any of those like early critic wins. They might have like 1 or 2, but it's not necessary. They normally see more wins than this prior to the ceremony. All of them have like split 1 or 2, when normally you'd expect like 3 or 4 of them. But overall, the SAG win is most correlated with your Oscar win, followed by the BAFTA and the Critics' Choice. Which the BAFTA, you can't even talk about it. So, and the Critics' Choice with Timothy. Yeah. So I think this is Michael B. Jordan from a stat perspective and just from my heart.
Okay. So the last person to win, and this is longer ago than 20 years, that's why you haven't got it, but the last person to win with only SAG. Who was that? Because I don't know, but I know who it was who only had. I only know who it was with Golden Globe and Critics' Choice. Because the last person to win only with Critics' Choice and Golden Globe and no industry award was Sean Penn for Mystic River.
Oh, okay.
Which is also kind of cool. But has anybody won with only SAG? I feel that.
I don't know if I have past 20
I don't know if it's
years
in this category. Yeah. I feel
those are the only ones I pulled, just so that I didn't have like a spreadsheet.
Hasn't been around forever either, so you know. It
was only maybe 10 years prior to that, maybe. So I can look, but I don't know.
The thing about this is, I mean, it's so weird because everybody's making a case for everybody except I think for Ethan Hawke. I think he's the only one that people are saying that everybody's agreed that he's out of it.
Which we had such a strong. I feel like he had a strong start, and then it just went nowhere.
Why do we think that, and we did it as well, we said, oh yeah, Timmy's sweeping now. Because Golden Globe and the Critics' Choice, they have no overlap. Is it just simply because you start a trend and then you kind of just roll with it?
Because what I see is if
there's no
anything
overlap.
is ever
He's not
connected,
won an industry award.
Yeah, for any of these categories, if there's a connection, it's always the critics and the Golden Globes. They they're like married the whole season, I feel like, for a lot of these categories. And that makes sense in that aspect, but yeah, it's a weird category. Yeah. This year.
I mean, on paper, you have to go with Michael B. Jordan. Logic says Michael B. Jordan because he is the only one with an industry award.
Mm-hmm.
The only one, even if it's a populist SAG, even if it's 160,000 made up of TikTokers and influencers as well as actual actors. And Timothy won their last year. So we don't have a problem with the young actor.
Yeah.
They've never done back-to-back in their 30-odd year history. But people think that if they had existed back when Tom Hanks was winning his back-to-back Oscars, they would have done back-to-back Tom Hanks. So they would have had that at least once. Sorry, in Best Actor and Lead Actor, we should say, because Renée Zellweger won twice in a row. But I don't know. I think I will just go with Michael B. Jordan for vibes, simply because he's got the industry win. So my data has to tell me this. And it would be really nice if we knew what was second at BAFTA, because nothing is saying to me that Timothée Chalamet has support of the industry. Nothing. It's just his two televised awards. And he and Michael B. Jordan, they kind of split the critics. If you look at the actual critics awards, they were fairly evenly split. I think slight edge to Chalamet. Michael B. Jordan got the second most. It was quite close. And then Ethan Hawke picked up a few. Wagner Moura seems to still be in conversation because people are convinced that because he won the Golden Globe, he's also had a televised win. But he wasn't at BAFTA and he wasn't at SAG. So I don't know where people are. I don't know how you can. That's vibes. If you're going with Wagner Moura, that is vibes.
That's purely vibes. That's nothing else.
Purely vibes. Purely vibes. And how big is the Brazilian contingency anyway? I mean, if we could, there's a case to be made that Leonardo DiCaprio was second at BAFTA, because I don't think it was Michael B. Jordan. Even though Sinners did better than I expected at BAFTA, I still don't think he was second at BAFTA, because, we were just surprised enough to see him nominated because, racist. Leonardo DiCaprio was in the Best Picture winner, presumed.
Yeah.
But he's won nothing.
Yeah.
Why, by the way? Why? Why has Leonardo DiCaprio won nothing?
Yeah, I feel like we're
really
pushing for him for something.
I want him to win. He's my preferred winner. I have to say, though, this category is freaking strong. Like, there is not a bad performance there. There is nobody that if they win that I say not deserve. What are we doing? They are all incredible. I'm not sure if I necessarily want Timothée to win because, God, the online discourse with his fans will just be too much. But he is incredible. I think he's like number 2 or something. I think I had him at number 2 in my ranked ballot. Like, and that for me is and he's incredible in that film. They're all amazing. They're all good. And Jesse Plemons was also right there.
So sad for him, but yeah, who would you take out to put him in?
Okay, so your data is saying Michael B. Jordan, just
very slightly. This is the confidence I have for like international film. Is the confidence I have for Michael B. Jordan. This is a rough. It kind of follows really nothing.
Okay, so you're adding your vibes into the mix.
This is my vibe, and data is telling me Michael B. Jordan, but I have no idea.
Yeah, and Sinners is surging at a good time.
Yeah,
it's not probably surging enough, but it's not gone anywhere. And he did a great speech in the middle of Oscars voting. His speech was incredible. Yeah. I am predicting Michael B. Jordan. I'm just predicting it. It's the safest to me at the moment. It's the safest pick. Because I have nothing to base any Timothée Chalamet pick on. And Leonardo DiCaprio has won nothing. Like, I mean, a couple of critics' prizes somewhere, but like, if you're down ballot, if you've got Sean Penn already on the board, if you're saying that for one battle, so they've got their acting win. Leonardo DiCaprio is just generally taken for granted, I feel, and it's an ensemble cast, right? So he is the lead, but he's not necessarily the one thing you remember from that film, because they've got their, Benicio is the one with the memes and Sean Penn is the big villain. So. Yeah. Okay. So I am Yeah, I'm predicting Michael B. Jordan. I would like. I don't care really because they're all good. I think I would like to see Leo win. Your preferred is Timmy.
I put Timmy first. I still think he's probably my strongest in this category. I would like to see Michael B. Jordan win, though.
Yeah, I would love to see Michael B. Jordan
Yeah,
win.
I think that would be beautiful.
I I would. Yeah, I need to because I need to be able to. So, from a colleague of mine, we have this.
Yeah.
Occasionally, we message each other. Anytime Michael B. Jordan is doing anything, we're like going, "Hey," because this has just been an ongoing thing since we first started working together, like in 2018, and now we've gone our separate ways. But we always message each other whenever he's in the news. So I would just love to be able to message her and say, "Our man won."
Yes.
Yeah, like I messaged her when he got nominated. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we've got some probably 3 fairly easy ones at the end, though.
I think so, yeah.
Is it me with director?
Yes.
We have Paul Thomas Anderson. We have Ryan Coogler. We have Josh Safdie. We have Joachim Trier. And we have Chloe Zhao. Yeah. This is PTA. Like, surely. Nobody else has won anything. Amanda, your data cannot tell me anything else.
Yeah, no, the only person that won anything is not nominated in this category. So
who was that?
Panahi.
Oh my God, yes. He should be here.
Yeah.
He should be here. He should be here. Yes, but he's not.
So, yeah. So people that have won the same amount in the last 20 years, Ang Lee for Brokeback Mountain and Chloe Zhao for Nomadland, they both won. Then we have David Fincher for The Social Network, and he lost. If we're looking at the data and we're really nitpicking it, he probably still win. PTA's got this.
But I mean, let's just assume that the David Fincher thing was just a horrible mistake.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, and he won at the DGA, and that's pretty much a lock.
I think anybody who's trying to say anything else in director, picture, okay, whatever. Like,
yeah, like
okay,
who are you going for?
You can have a discussion with that. But like director, no, you're overthinking anything if you're not saying PTA.
Yep.
And I think it's deserved. As much as I'd love to see Ryan Coogler win, I mean, great, sure, right? But I think if we're going by merit, I think I think Ryan Coogler did an amazing job as well. But yeah, it's PTA. It's his time, as they say. This has felt like it's been the Oppenheimer vibes and the Nolan vibes I've had since like the film came out. Yeah. So yeah. It's just a sign of the season getting too long that we're even discussing it, really.
Yes.
So moving on to the next one that we also don't need to really overthink. Yeah, unfortunately, but yeah.
Best Actress, we've got Jessie Buckley, Rose Byrne, Renata Reinsve, Emma Stone, and Kate Hudson. This was a weird split almost entirely between the critics sweep and then the awards sweep. But yeah, we see a lot, like this awards sweep we've seen 7 times in the last 20 years, and they always go on to win it. So this is Jessie Buckley's. I don't see anything else here.
No. I think the critics managed to do what they failed to manage to do. Start again. The critics managed to do this year what they failed to do last year, or to achieve last year, and that was to get their favorite performance nominated. They didn't manage it with Marianne Jean-Baptiste last year. She swept everything in the critics and didn't get the Oscar nomination. A difficult Black woman. There we go. Clearly they don't like that. But this year they awarded Rose Byrne pretty much across the board, and she actually managed to get in. So that, I think, was the nomination as the win. And I personally, she's my favorite in the category. But yeah, it's Jessie Buckley. It's not close, and we'll see what she wears. God, and I don't think the cat discourse or the Bride reviews has any effect whatsoever. Come on, like, let's be real.
Good for her.
Yeah, because you've probably got just as many people in the Academy who don't like cats either. So, like, whatever. No, that was just silly. Like, what are we doing? If that's again another sign that the season's been too long.
Yes.
No. So, yeah, Jessie Buckley. My preference would be Rose Byrne.
Yeah.
It is good. I love Jessie Buckley. It's fine.
Yeah. I flipped right at the end when I finally got to be able to watch Rose Byrne, and I flipped my favorite of the year to Rose Byrne.
Ooh. I did not pick up on that. I did not see that.
Because I think I love Jessie Buckley. I think I mainly have her so high because she is probably my biggest like crush in film right now. I'm in love with her. But Rose Byrne has so much more to that performance. I mean, Jessie Buckley is sobbing and giving birth and dealing with grief. But yeah, Rose Byrne did a great job. So
yeah, to me, Jessie Buckley, it's an incredible performance, but it feels, not to say we've seen something like this before, because she does do it incredibly well. But Rose Byrne just feels a little bit more different, and it to me it was more relatable.
Yeah,
but, yeah. And it had the hamster scene, which best scene of the year.
Yeah.
Last category, and then I can get to talk about my favorite section of the night. Best picture. Is this me? This is me. Oh, I get to do best picture. This is exciting. In alphabetical order. Thank you to oscarswinners.net that put it in alphabetical order for me. I have Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. Yeah. So, I mean, preferential ballot, it won PGA. Sensible people would say it's one battle and there's no reason to overthink it. What does our data tell us, Amanda? Does that say the same?
Yeah, so basically no film, whether they've won Best Picture or not, has ever won all of these awards in this combination. And so when you're looking at like the 5 major ceremonies minus the SAG, because I kind of think of that as like a slightly different thing, 7 yes, 7 films in the last 20 years have won all of those, and all but Brokeback Mountain and then La La Land have gone on to win Best Picture, and both of those you think of as like egregious upsets.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any reason.
I think people will argue with you in the La La Land.
So sorry, my brain thinks Brokeback Mountain, and then I scream, cry, throw up. Sorry, yes,
and everybody agrees.
Not an egregious upset on the La La Land, but that was like an interesting like duo.
It was a big surprise. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I take it back. I'm picturing my Brokeback Mountain lovers.
That was egregious.
Egregious, awful. So I don't think there's any reason that we should be overthinking this. I know that the SAG win may have thrown some people off, but when I'm looking at the SAG win, this is what I came across, and it made me think, what is going on in the voting body of all of the other award ceremonies if the SAG looks like this? So these last 20 years, we've had 6 films that have won the SAG award that went on to win nothing else. One of those was Crash. Lovely. I think Inglourious Bastards was on there, but then the rest are ones that we think of as very strong, very largely Black ensembles. So we've got The Help, Hidden Figures, Black Panther, and now we have Sinners. And so unfortunately, the Sinners win is fantastic. I don't think this is going to translate anywhere into a Best Picture win. I think that's what people are expecting out of the SAG win, and I don't think that's going to happen. This is more of the voting body of the SAGs, which is great, but it's not the voting body everywhere, and they're not translating.
No, and where the SAG did translate, it was where they were winning everything else anyway, right? So like you had Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Yeah. What else did we have? Oppenheimer, obviously.
I have this somewhere.
There was the conclave of it all, wasn't there, last year? But that didn't translate. So, I think people are taking the wrong message, because I think they need to look at PGA, right? That's the bigger. That's a preferential ballot. Of course, we never know how close it was. It's always interesting to think, well, where do the votes go? Once F1, which we presume is probably number 10, once it gets eliminated, where do its votes go, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I have seen a couple of these preferential ballots done by like blogs or podcasts and stuff like that. And it's also come out with one battle, but they've also shown the process of how the split was. And in all of them, one battle is already led by a considerable way in the first round. And it's taken a while because the split, when the lower ones get spread out, has actually been quite evenly split between one battle, sinners, a few going sentimental value. Now, what was one that hung around forever, although it was never placed very high, which is kind of often the consensus pick. I think it might have been, I think I saw in some ballot that the third place was something like The Secret Agent or something, just simply because it kept sticking around. And it was just never last. It just kept getting a few of the, votes when the others got knocked out, which just kept it high enough not to get eliminated, maybe like fifth or sixth, and it stuck around till three, where you might have, whereas if you looked at the original voting, maybe like Sentimental Value was third, or Hamnet was third, or whatever, but they lost out as votes got split further down the ballot. So I always think that's very interesting, that if you put F1 first, what do you put second? So like, where does your next bunch of votes go? But yeah, again, I think we're overthinking it. I think if you look at the preferential, it's because I think there's a lot of people out there that actually maybe the quiet, not majority, but there's a quiet number of people out there that I just don't think necessarily like Sinners because of the horror aspect, the genre stuff, the vampires.
Yeah,
I just think that is there.
I believe it.
They couldn't finish it. It put them off. They find it goes all like From Dusk Till Dawny on it, like the sudden switch. Yeah, I think it's one battle. Yeah. I'm split here. I think One Battle is the deserved winner. I do think it is the better film, but my heart says Sinners. I would love Sinners to win, but I don't think it will.
If this comes to like a flip, good for them.
Okay. Good. It's a great winner either way.
Yeah, this is not a Crash Brokeback Mountain situation.
No.
This is a Moonlight La La Land situation.
Well, I prefer these two this year by a mile to both of them, but it's not a bad winner. And I think also what we need to remember, there's not going to be outrage. I mean, there's going to be discourse, of course, but I don't think there's going to be outrage either way. No. I think as long as PTA gets his director, I think people will generally be happy. And there's going to be people who are like, oh, racist, they didn't vote for tennis. I mean, quite frankly, like, just look at the nominations. They've all got multiple nominations. Sinners broke the record. One Battle also got 13, for goodness sake. It's not like it's not like, I don't know, like a Coda that had like, just a few nominations. Yeah. And even like when Spotlight won, I mean, I know there was the Mad Max people who were like, oh, because Mad Max got so many more nominations and wins versus Spotlight. But Spotlight's a great film. I stand by that.
Yeah.
I love Spotlight. Yeah, cool. Okay. So
round us out.
It's been a good year. Yes. And my final little thing is, as I've mentioned a couple of times, the In Memoriam section, which is always lovely. The discourse, who gets forgotten, who gets to be first, who gets to be last. We've got some awful like losses this past 12 months. So Gene Hackman just slipped in at the last minute.
Yes.
last year. So he's not here, but we have Rob Reiner, we have Robert Redford, we have Diane Keaton, we have Catherine O'Hara, we have Robert Duvall, Diane Ladd, and I'm sure I'm forgetting other people. Sorry, I did not mean to. It's not my job to remember everything. It's the Oscar ceremony job to remember everything. Yes. So I have heard there is some kind of Harry met Sally reunion thing for Rob Reiner. I've heard that Streisand is going to do something for Rob Redford, but she might just be singing. Maybe she's just singing like The Way We Were or something. Like, you don't know. Maybe something like that. Maybe the fact that they're going to have Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal doing something for Rob Reiner suggests he might be the first one, that he gets something separate. Personally, I always, make these bets every year. I think they might. I think they'll finish with Redford. Mm-hmm. That's my prediction. There we go.
I would see that.
And I think they might open with Reiner.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if it was if it was Keaton or Duvall ending it as well. So
yeah, I was gonna say I feel
that
like
was very sad.
Duval probably has like either he's got like something big in the middle or something, but this is
Yeah,
not my
because
area to
sometimes they
predict.
just show the pictures, right? Sometimes they just show the
Hmm.
pictures, but sometimes they show little clips.
Yeah,
So
he'll
I
probably
think
get like a
Duval will
big
get a clip
thing.
either way, and then I'm sure they'll show like a clip from like Annie Hall or something with Diane Keaton and stuff.
Yeah.
So I will be discussing in summer for the 1977 revisionist almanac
Yeah.
retrospective. That's been a fun prep so far. 70s have been great, but 77 is
Not it.
wow.
Mm.
I'm getting there. I found a couple of decent ones though, not just Star Wars. Yes, great. We're done.
All right, we did
1.5 hours. We did it.
Yeah.
Yay, that wasn't too
I
bad.
got it. Yeah,
You
we
gotta go.
came in time, but now I gotta go.
Yeah, right. So what do we have coming up? Lots of things. Just stay tuned to the channel. There's lots planned. We have no idea. Andrew's got a schedule. It looks crazy.
Yeah.
We just turn up when we're asked to turn up. We watch what we're supposed to watch. And the Christian Bale Mount Rushmore is out. There's a Ryan Gosling one coming.
A couple weeks maybe.
Yeah, for Project Hail Mary. There'll be the monthly recap. I don't know what else he's got. There's other stuff going on. Just stay tuned to the platform. And as I say, we will be showing up and discussing what we get told to do, basically. Thank you, Amanda, for bringing the data.
Of course.
Happy predicting, everyone.
It's accurate data.
And if you're wrong, we blame you. This is great.
I'm going to get a bunch of hate comments being like, none of those numbers were right. I'm going to be like, whatever, not my problem.
Excellent.
Right, we'll
okay, well, happy predicting, everybody. And we shall see what ends up winning with our vibes one or data one. And you have more data for your model, Amanda. Either way.
Yay.
All right. Bye.